फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू ई अध्ययन। दोस्तों, आपका इस चैनल में स्वागत है। इन दिस इस वीडियो we will learn about sheet metal costing, steps to calculate the manufacturing cost of sheet metal products.
Subscribe and and keep bell icon.
Friends, the production cycle of a sheet metal production involves several phases from raw material to product ready for delivery, which includes cutting, roll forming, bending, various operations like welding, punching, laser cutting, and assembly of possible accessories, and then surface protection treatment like painting, and then finally the packaging for delivery of the product. So there are several processes which needs to be performed. We have seen somehow these parameters. For example, the efficiency of a machine or its hourly rates depends from a number of estimations and strategic decisions to be taken. And we have to bear in mind that the result of this calculation will be affected by all these decisions. So we will see how to calculate the cost of a product, the example, and in later on in some another video we will also see how to calculate it practically. In order to understand the costing of a product, or in order to carry out a product costing very effectively, you must need to understand the process, and you need to break down the production cycle. So here we have taken one example where we have machine 1 and the hourly cost has been defined with SC1 and efficiency and productivity. So here we supply raw material 1, 2 or 3, then we do some machining, and then there will be some scrap, and there will be a semi-finished product given to another machine 2. So this is the output of machine 1. Then it is again delivered to machine 2, where it will be further processed with hourly cost SC1, SC2 and efficiency E2. Here we will also add raw material 4 and raw material 5, and there will be a further scrap out of this machine, and then we will have a output of machine 2. So sometimes maybe product can be manufactured with one machine or two machines or three machines. That depends on the product requirement and the processes needed to make the product. So this is another example that we have presented in order to understand the production cycle. Now second step is to calculate the cost of raw materials. So we need to calculate basically raw material that is needed to make this product. So in order to calculate the raw material cost, we need to know the volume and which material density it is of, and material cost per kg. So let's take example that product F of some articles has a dimension of 415 by 685 mm and thickness of 1 mm, and it is obtained from a metal plate with dimension 1000 to 2100. So here you can see we can produce six number of parts in this sheet with a scrap of 19%. In this case, we need to consider that the amount of raw material per piece is a plate with a dimension of 700 by 500 mm with thickness of 1 mm. So with 700 by 500 mm with thickness of 1 mm, we can produce six parts from 2100 to 1000 mm sheet, and then final product dimension is 415 by 685. So there will be a scrap of 19%. So we need to consider this size for cost calculation. So in the previous example, let's assume 8 euro per kg is the material cost, and the density of steel is 7.8 kg per meter cube. Then we obtain raw material cost 7 into 5. that is this 700 by 500 mm converted here 7 into 5 into thickness 0.01, multiply the density of the steel. So this is the volume, this is the material density 7.8, and the material cost 8 euro per kg. So this is a formula, volume multiply by material density multiply by material cost per kg. So then we get our final raw material cost, that is 21.84 euro. Now we need to add the cost of machining. So at this point we have data like hourly cost of machine or a system. So here we are not considering as of now the overhead cost, and we have productivity, that is cycle time and efficiency of the system. So machining cost will be hourly cost multiplied by the cycle time for one piece divided by the efficiency. So this is the simple formula for calculating the machining cost. So for example, with a cycle time of 12 second, efficiency of 80.5 and machining hourly cost of 80 euro, we obtain machining cost is equal to 80, that is hourly cost multiplied by cycle time, that is 12 second, divided by efficiency 80.5 divided by 3600 in order to convert to second to hours, then we will get 0.33 euro. So adding the cost of the machining, so we have added the cost of machining. Now the total product cost of machine one, so that will be equal to machining cost plus hourly cost multiplied by cycle time for one piece divided by the efficiency. So this is the total product cost in machine 1, that is 1.91 plus 0.33 euro, that is 2.24 euro. So here you can see the, in this case if we have number of so this cost is for one piece. So if we have say 100 numbers, then we have number of the same articles. So here we can multiply by total production cost will be n multiplied by raw material loss plus n multiplied by hourly cost into cycle time per one piece divided by efficiency plus tooling cost. So repeating the calculation for the different phases of product cycle. So if we have more number of other processes, then we can repeat the same cycle, and then we can sum up the all cost for machine 1 or 2 or 3. So here for our example, total cost will be equal to 1 multiplied by, so we have considered one piece, 21.84 our raw material cost, 2.24 for one piece machining cost, and we don't have tooling cost and overhead cost for this example. So final cost will be 24.08 euro. Now, in order to calculate exact costing, sometimes what people do is they deduct scrap cost, because out of scrap material we will generate some money also. So sometimes we need to deduct that amount out of this figure. And also, as I told, sometimes people consider overhead cost also and profit also. So that depends on the entrepreneur, what he wanted to give it to the buyer for breakup of this costing. Definitely, there will be a some amount of profit and overhead cost for the company to run. So this is one of the simple method to calculate the cost of sheet metal components. We will see in detail in another video also how it is calculated exactly. So I hope you will like this video. Thank you very much and happy learning.